nervous, so just
Don't be.
thank you. I'll just prepare. Okay. If you don't know me, my name's Emma.
I've been coming to Imprint since the start of the school year, and I grew up in the church, and for the majority of my life, it's all been revolved around everything God-related. I was homeschooled for 8 years, and it has been made so evident that having those extra years at home was really one of the biggest blessings, and it helped me to be grounded in who I am and what I believe in. That, combined with my dad being a pastor, has led to me being surrounded by people who love God for my entire life. But then came high school. It's not like I was bubble-wrapped or didn't know what the real world was like. In fact, it was the opposite. My parents did a really good job of preparing me and my siblings for heading into a world without them right beside us. Growing up, we still had the hurtful voices of others and the whispers of lies from the enemy, but God's voice was bigger. I still had people around me who weren't life-giving or encouraging, but the voices of those who were, they were so much louder. I've heard it said that you become like the top 5 people that you hang out with, and at least from experiences in my life, that seems to be the case. While I believe it is so incredibly important to have friends that aren't Christians, who you can share Jesus with, I have found that when I'm spending more time with people who believe the opposite of what I believe in, it ends up causing a lot of hurt and confusion. Finding people who are there for you, to walk alongside with you and support you, your walk with God changes everything. When I got to high school, it was a big culture shock. I had heard about people and their real-life experiences facing persecution and had seen it in the world, but never really experienced it for myself. That all changed really quick. Never in my life had I been threatened before because of what I believe in. That caused a lot of fear and questioning. At first, seeing people go to such great lengths to discourage me from pursuing a relationship with God made me want to back down and caused many sleepless nights tossing and turning, thinking about what would happen if I just gave up. But I was reminded of an important truth I often forget. Satan doesn't attack people who are weak in their faith and don't live it out because they aren't a threat to him. He attacks when God's people are actively pursuing his heart. This is something I've had to cling to a lot lately. Through the pain, when we find the source of the hurt and actually sit in the hurt, while it is so hard, God can make beautiful things out of the broken. Glow sticks are kind of cool, and analogies are my jam, and this came to mind when thinking about the two. Think about just how a glow stick has to be broken to become beautiful, and has to bend and eventually break to become something, or do something far beyond what anyone could do just by looking at it. It's pretty similar in life. Although in life there are so many painful things we have to go through, it shapes so much of who we become, and as God writes our stories, while we will experience hard things, we're not alone, and from the brokenness there will be beauty, from darkness to light, God can redeem our stories. Someone many of you know has told me over and over again that comfortable Christianity is an oxymoron. If you want to be used by God, you need to be willing to take a step out in faith, choosing to trust that He will take care of the rest. Truthfully, although it most definitely isn't always easy, I would rather be outside of my comfort zone being comforted by the Creator than living comfortably. A couple weeks ago in class, a girl just blatantly told me that she doesn't matter. I, as per usual, quickly told her that she does matter and that she is important. To my surprise, she replied with, "To who?" Of course, the first thought that came to mind was God, but I was too scared to say that. She looked me right in the eye and said, "See, I really don't matter." I told her that she does matter to me, but that wasn't enough. Today, so much of our identities are built on the foundation of the opinion of others. Whether that be online or in school, at work, or anywhere else, we are constantly being told what our value is, and according to the world, it's nothing, which hurts a lot. Words cut deep, deeper than I'd like. They have the power to build up and encourage, but also to destroy and cause doubt. Recently, I have found it hard to have hope and keep going when people are telling me there's nothing to live for and that the here and now is all I have. After this, I have nothing, and that I should just leave all this God stuff behind and have fun while I can. Telling me not to worry if I hurt people along the way. I simply need to focus on what benefits me and what makes me feel good about myself. But that's not what we are called to do as Christians. We are called to love people like there's no tomorrow and trust that our God will make a way when it feels like there's no escape. Something else I'm continuing to learn over and over again is that you can't pour from an empty cup. And in the same way, you can't be all there for every single person in any case because we're all humans, but especially when you yourself are empty and drained. You need people pouring back into you in order to be equipped to be pouring back into the lives of others. That's something I'd have to work on right now, taking time each week to grow in my relationship with God and truly take time to rest. It's not easy saying no, but I know that I need to say no every once in a while so I can say yes to the bigger or seemingly small thing God calls me to in life. I'll end with a few verses that I'm loving more and more each day. Hebrews 10, verse 35 to 36. So do not throw away your confidence, it will be richly rewarded. You need perseverance so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. In Isaiah 26, verse 3, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. The most encouraging thing I'm seeing in my walk with God is knowing that my God will never change. No matter how far I run, his love will never stop pursuing me, and it's the same for you. The things of this world are ever changing, which is so scary and overwhelming, but knowing that I can rest safely in the arms of my Father, a Savior who is omnipresent and whose love remains unchanged, is the most powerful and beautiful and incomprehensible thing. Thanks, guys. Woo!